Oftentimes you have people lead off a description of a person with the statement of he's a unique person. And in many cases that may be true, maybe partially true, maybe somewhat true. In John's case, it's absolutely true.
John's decisive and he takes action, and I've learned from that. I've seen him do that through America's Credit Museum capital campaign. He's on the board. We put together a campaign to get some things accomplished here. He was the first person to come back with a campaign contribution, and it was at a leadership level, and it's appreciative and it has an impact. It's leading by example.
To state one word that comes to mind when I hear the name John Murphy, that word is integrity. There's no room for anything less.
John exudes integrity. He is above and beyond any challenge as to his intentions or why he is doing things. He's always doing things for the right reason. It is never about John. It is always about the issue in front of you and dealing with that issue.
John has always taken his role seriously, and obviously needed to be that way to be successful. He's never took himself too seriously. Understood there was a difference between the role and the person. It does affect relationships, and people will step up and work for people that they can relate to.
I never felt like he was just a man in the corner office. You know, I know it sounds weird because of our positions, but I always consider John to be a friend. And anybody who doesn't feel that way has never spent time cultivating that relationship because he's very open.
John has provided me great opportunities. He's allowed me to grow within the organization. John encouraged me to continue to grow, continue to push myself. He has also provided opportunities for the organization. Different members have grown within the organization. I think the longevity speaks well to John's encouragement and influence.
In Synergent staff, he's had a commitment to bringing education to all levels of the organization, both employees and managers. So I think that his commitment to education has really been for all facets, both credit union and League and Synergent employees.
Everything in this organization has been touched by his hand. It's pretty incredible to take a look at where we were at back in 1992 when he started to where we're at as a growing organization in 2017.
John's influenced technology services most, in my eyes, by helping us chart a good course. The world of technology changes so very rapidly. He helps take that complexity, takes a lot of the noise, and boils it down to what's important for the member, what's important for the credit union, and lastly, what's important for our staff to make sure that we can deliver on our service promises to credit unions.
John is a CEO that believes in marketing. He supports the programs that help build leadership for the future of Maine's credit unions, such as Young and Free Maine and the Young Professional Network.
As far as his influence on me and his senior leadership team, it just goes back to looking at his leadership and the ability for him to drive decisions and be able to make this organization flow the way he wants it to. His passion for this organization and the success of this organization and the credit unions is outstanding.
John is a very tenacious businessman, but it has always been apparent to me over the many years of our relationship that when John faces a business challenge of any type, he addresses it consistently with common sense, integrity, and honesty.
And as a leader, that's what you want in your leader. You want somebody who's who's consistent, who you can trust, who you can feel comfortable with, that every day you're going to get the same person.
Quiet, quiet leader, very thoughtful guy, deliberate. When he spoke, people listened, they respected his opinion.
You know he's going to come in, he's going to know all the facts, and he's got the big picture. And I think that's what makes his vision so good. He's got that big picture.
As credit unions, we sure were very proud to say John Murphy's our leader.
His relationship with the board has been a very good one. And I think that's in part because of the respect that the board has for his knowledge, his leadership skills. I also think that the board is very savvy that John contributes 24/7 to the credit union movement and to what makes it tick and what is right for it.
First opportunity to work closely with John at the federal level came early in my Senate service during the consideration of the Credit Union Field of Membership Act. John stressed to me how important it was to ensure that credit unions would be able to serve their communities. After hearing his persuasive arguments, I was the first member of the Maine delegation to sign on to the bill.
The work that he and the Maine credit unions did with their delegations during the Dodd-Frank Act consideration, and also when we were working so hard on trying to get the member business lending legislation through the Senate. It's safe to say that we wouldn't have gotten as far as we did at that time, and we certainly wouldn't have gotten the favorable rule we got out of NCUA now if it hadn't been for the hard work and the leadership of John Murphy.
And now, both nationally and in the state, the PACs are doing well. We're considered one of the top organizations both for fundraising and for political awareness. The media comes to us, and that hasn't happened without John's involvement.
And he's really carried that over when it comes to social responsibility as well. John's leadership and John's support has been such an important part to helping grow the program and helping make a difference in the lives of hungry Mainers.
It just won't seem the same when Maine's credit union members come to town without John. But John's legacy will guide all of us for a long, long time.
When we received word that John was retiring, we realized that we had to do something to preserve his legacy here at the museum. And knowing that Synergent and Maine Credit Union League already had named the main entrance of the museum, we thought what better way to honor John than to name that porch that's adjacent to that space in his honor. So in doing that, we reached out to every single credit union in Maine and told them the story of what we were doing and why we were doing it. And the response from Maine credit unions has been phenomenal. They have all wanted to be part of this. They want to support John and honor his legacy here at the museum.
John, I want to congratulate you on your retirement.
Congrats on a job well done.
Congratulate you on an accomplished and storied career.
Congratulations on your retirement.
It's been an honor and a privilege working with you for all these years.
I can speak for myself, but also for hundreds and perhaps thousands of people whose lives you've touched over the years. I want to thank you.
Thank you for all the support.
Thank you for all you've done for credit unions.
I want to wish you good health, continued success.
To wish him all the best.
I hope you'll have many, many years of much happiness.
You'll be greatly missed.
Good luck, my friend.